Check, please.
Welcome back to Everything Money. In this video, you will learn our thoughts on the EV company Nikola. They finally have some product rolling out, and we will discuss it, their outlook, their approach. Paul and Mo will guide you and I with a mindset whether we should be investing in Nikola or avoiding this company. Mo will also show you all the charts and trends if you want to trade this. I bring your questions about Nikola and their future to a couple guys that own and operate over $100 million in real estate, multiple businesses, and stocks, and they will help us with a mindset. I give you Paul and Mo. Paul, welcome.
Thank you, Seth. Guys, follow us on Instagram, Everything Money Investing, and also follow our personal accounts because we have such great content personally on our accounts. It's unbelievable.
Yes, that's true.
So, Nikola. So, what's the news on Nikola?
Well, we got one, baby.
I was going to say, yeah, Paul corrected me. Nikola's current truck sales this year is up an infinite. I said 100%, 1,000, call it what you want.
It's an infinite percent increase from 0 to 1.
What a ride. I mean,
that means they're better than Tesla.
Where can they go?
That is true.
Where can they go from here, Mo? 2 trucks, maybe, or 3?
2 trucks, 3 trucks.
Yes, trucks. So Nikola sold their first car. Folks, if you've been on the ride that we have, we're a value investing channel, and every time some Yahoo on YouTube tells you to go buy a stock, we tell you, maybe just pump the brakes, let's take a look. We were saying this in real time with Nikola. Everyone said we were stupid, and of course the crash came when everyone realized they were building basically like papier-mâché trucks with an axle.
Papier-mâché.
Papier-mâché with an extension cord to them.
So what we're here to do is provide you a lifeline that's contrary to everything else you might be seeing on there and saying, wait a minute, let's pump the brakes here, especially on a car company in general, Paul, because thousands of them have not made it. And this influx of EV cars, give us your general thoughts on EV before we get deep into Nikola.
So, so let's just keep in mind, I literally asked the question because I had just heard this. I said, wait, did they deliver one truck, like one physical unit, or they delivered a whole line of trucks and they were just calling it a delivery? And then Mo's like, no, one truck. Tim's looking at me going, one truck. Baby. So I was like, no, one truck. And there's the truck right there.
There it is. And look at that.
It's a great looking truck, by the way.
This is the driver of the truck.
There he is.
I just love this picture. I think it's such a silly picture for the first delivery of a truck.
There he is.
So the stock went up 18% because it delivered one truck. So let's just think about this logically, guys. I understand what delivering a truck can mean. I mean, everybody was worried, like, okay, because I could understand, like, okay, well, the company, they were worried about not delivering anything. They all of a sudden deliver a truck, the stock surges. But let's just think about this rationally. In what world? So let's go to our software real quick because I want to pull up some data on Nikola. So we're at the Everything Money software Nikola. So the company is worth $4.44 billion according to the market cap. Revenue, $1,000. Let's think about this. They delivered one truck, went up 18%, so roughly $800 million because of one truck being delivered. $4.4 billion value. Based on other car companies, they have to do $10 billion in sales to have the value of 4.5 because it's roughly 50% of sales, call it $9 billion. This is the thing we're talking about. Can it actually hit the future? Can it actually someday be worth it? Absolutely. But like I always say is a great analogy. You own a home. You buy your home today. Do you pay today's value or the value it's going to be in 40 years? Because that's what you're doing when you're paying for the future of a company. You're sitting there saying, I think it'll be worth this someday, so therefore I'll pay that today. You might not believe that, but that's exactly what you're doing. It's no different than saying, oh, I paid $200,000 for my house today, but in 40 years it's going to be worth $800,000, therefore I'll pay $800,000 for it today because I'll eventually break even on it. But you're thinking to yourself, that's the problem with these car companies. That's the problem with any hype business. You're paying for the future without letting them actually hit that future. Nikola delivered one truck. Look at the stock price. Look at this 5-year chart. First off, it was a SPAC, Special Purpose Acquisition Company. It hit $80 a share in June of 2020. Seth, do you see this?
I was just going to ask you, if you're watching this at home and you got caught holding the bag, I mean, we're trying to not let this happen to you again. But boy, Paul, the talk about Nikola back then, the videos was just the exploding head emojis, how this thing was just going to be the best thing ever. And boy, if you would have bought this, you'd lost damn near everything.
Yeah, you would have lost 85% of your money, 86% of your money. And guys, that doesn't mean that can happen to everybody. we bought Alibaba at 184 and it's now at 120 or what's it at right now? Maybe it's even lower than that. But look at how I just sat there and said, I don't even know what it's at. Why? Because I understand the fundamentals of Alibaba. And I know on the worst case, at 10% growth for the next 10 years, I still want to own Alibaba today at every price below 160. So I don't worry about it. That's what we're trying to teach. We're trying to teach the method of investing where it's understanding what you're buying and not caring what the market determines the value to be. With Nikola, you got to worry about the market and you got to worry about their ability to deliver. You have to worry about their ability to deliver, guys. I'm not worried about Alibaba's ability to deliver. I'm actually, if you're buying Alibaba based on 30% growth per year for the next 10 years, then yes, you need to worry about delivery. I bought Alibaba based on 10% growth for the next 10 years. I'm not worried about delivery. If I have 100 Alibaba situations, I'm buying every single one of them, not blinking an eye. If I have 100 Nikolas, I'm avoiding all 100 of them, not blinking an eye. That's the difference. So I look at Nikola, and if you bought because you saw this, because all the hypesters were like, look at this is going to the moon. This company was what was the company? 4.4 times 8. It was a $36 billion company just a year and a half ago. And now it's a $4 billion company. At some point, this is going to be the story that we talk about 10 years from now, like the tech bust. Like, how did we give a company with $1,000 in revenue a $4.5 billion value? Wait, it was a $4.5 billion value after falling 85%, 87%. These are the things, just think about it logically. Would you buy a company for $36 billion that had zero revenue based on its potential for the future when at the time Ford was valued at around $50 billion and sold and had hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue? Think about that for a second.
In comparison, Paul, some other companies around this price range have the names like Wendy's, Dillard's, Callaway Golf, Papa John's, Mazda. We're talking about well-established companies that have the potential for potentially, I wouldn't say a brighter future, but at least they're making money.
They're making money. They're more likely to stay in business, and they're brands that we know. If I go survey 100 people and ask them, what's Nikola? How many are going to know it? If I survey 100 people and said, do you know what Mazda, Wendy's, Dillard's, and what was the other one?
Callaway Golf.
Callaway Golf. Probably the one the least is Callaway Golf. That's probably the one less people are going to know.
But we're not comparing them, folks, but $1.
Yes, we are. No, we are. Because it's dollar. Because like you said, they're still spitting off cash flow. I don't care. If I told you right now, I'm going to give you $1 of cash flow, and if Tim, our CEO producer, comes out here and says, I'm going to give you $1 of cash flow, are you going to look at us and say, well, which dollar is better? Yes, there is more potential between one or the other, but at the end of the day, it's still $1 of cash flow, and you have to look at, and is the potential for Nikola's growth way higher than Mazda? Yes, but you're already but by paying the same price for Nikola as Mazda, they haven't even done what Mazda's done. They haven't even done what Wendy's, they haven't even created the $1 of cash flow yet that these other companies have done. If this doesn't make any sense to you, I understand completely. I used to be like you. 20 years ago, I was exactly like that.
3 years for me, Paul.
3 years ago for Seth. And you know what happened? I grew up. That's it. I just realized, wait, what did I miss here? Why did all these companies go to zero? I missed something. I missed something big. I didn't understand. And I went and finally understood when I started listening to Warren Buffett. And he said, you're buying a piece of a business. I was like, hot diggity damn. He's right. So that's it. I just look at Nikola going, this is an absolute joke. Look at the income statement. 2020, 143. Actually, the revenue is going down. How is their revenue going down?
Is that operating revenue? Is that $1,000?
Yeah, it's $1,000.
Oh boy. So take home message. We'll get to trading this because Mo might like the swings. But Paul, what is your take home message to someone who might be intrigued by an EV company like all the other EV companies?
Have fun. Go for it. You will wake up one day going, oh crap, what did I miss? I'm just telling you. And then come back to our channel and we'll explain it a little bit better. And it's hard, guys. It is hard that you see your friends 16-year-old, prepubescent teenage kid making money buying all these hypes. I get it. Every single time I go on CNBC.com or something like that, it's a new article about some kid or some stay-at-home dad or some stay-at-home mom who, I don't work anymore. I just trade crypto. I just do this. I'm just a crypto expert. What makes you a crypto? I'm an EV expert. What makes you an EV expert? This is the exact same stuff I heard 20-some years ago. And back then, people said, oh, come on. The 70s, that was a totally different time. Guess what they're saying now? Come on, 2000, that was a totally different time. No, it wasn't. No, it's not. I read a great quote recently. History doesn't repeat itself, but men do. That's what repeats itself. It's we are humans. We still make the same emotional decision. FOMO. We still sit there and see our neighbor's kid making a lot of money off something they know nothing about. But they just say, well, I know a lot about it. I'm an expert in it. What makes you expert? What makes you expert in EV? What made these guys an expert when the stock was, it's cheap at $30 back in February here.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? They probably bought it from early January to February. It doubled in price. Oh my God, it's back, baby. I don't understand this. And if you do, more power to you. If you think you understand it, you are the sucker at the table. And Rounders, what's the line?
Yeah, if you can't point out the sucker at the table,
you are.
You are.
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm going to look at me and say, well, you're the sucker, Paul. Okay, then I'm the sucker.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely the sucker. And maybe that's the way it is. And I am the sucker because I'm not going to sit here and buy these hype companies without understanding them. By the way, I do understand them. I understand this. This is what I understand.
Cash flow.
I understand income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. And the last time I checked, this is what matters. In the long run, this is what matters. And a lot of people are going to be left holding the bag. You know who those people are? It's going to be average people. That's what it's going to end up being. But you know what? We're going to all sit there and go, oh, they got screwed. They didn't get screwed. They didn't get screwed. Nobody gets screwed in this world by things like that. They just chose to do their own path that didn't make sense and make fun of guys like me. And then when I'm going, you lost your money, people are going to be like, you're an a-hole. I'm like, okay, I'm an a-hole.
Yeah, you can't win either way, Paul.
Yeah, listen, it's not about winning. It is about, I'll laugh my way to the bank. Yes, do I look stupid now? 1,000,000%. Do other Russian idiots on YouTube tell me I haven't made any money in the last few years that proves I'm a moron? Then that's fine by me. But every value investor I know, they say the most important attribute they have is being able to sit there and do nothing. And I've sat and done nothing for a while now. And I'm okay. And by the way, it hasn't really been nothing. I've still grown my net worth probably at a better rate than that moron from Russia has, while only having real estate and businesses while I have half my money in cash doing nothing. I'm okay with that.
If you want to trade in Nikola at a quicker pace, Mo, what is going on with the Bid and Ask Nation, and do people like this trade? Look at it right in the sweet spot. What's going on over there?
So this is a swing trade. I'm not even going to show you guys a long-term chart. I don't want you being in something like this for a long period of time because you get stupid reactions like they deliver a truck so the thing jumps up 20%. Something comes out that they roll their trucks down a hill that's going to drop 20 to 40%. You're going to get caught with your pants down. So come over here and use the swing trading because you can come and grab this for a couple of days here and there and make money. This right here, this big jump. People that don't know what they're doing or don't know what they're just speculating, they have no method to their madness. This, you see that you're coming through the sweet spot. You're getting pretty decent volume coming in over a couple of day period. Take profits going into the 100-day moving average, add on engulfing candlesticks. There's ways to trade this and have a pretty good level of confidence that you are going to do well here. You could also come over and day trade this. Here was a day trade that happened last Thursday.
How do you make money on that trade?
What's that?
How do you make money on that sideways movement?
What sideways movement?
The entire day.
This?
It goes the entire day. Isn't it sideways the entire day, basically?
Yeah, but the morning wasn't.
What time was that at?
This was 10:30 right here, this candle right here.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, I already looked at it. You could have been buying at $10.65 and selling right here at $11.05. And that's a 5%
gain.
That's a 5% gain in about 2 hours. And you were very confident because your stochastic was over 80% the entire time. You could have come over here yesterday, and where could you have gone short? You could have shorted, well, maybe not. Maybe you could have gotten a short in there, but that was a quick one. But even today, I mean, this is why we wait. This is why I don't like trading in the morning, Paul. See how it jumped up? You had this really nice engulfing candlestick right off the bat, and then now your trend is just changing on you at 10:30. So these are the reasons. These are why we just follow these rules. And if you do the same rules that make sense over and over and over again, you are going to come out on top. We have a friend who traded Nikola on this day, and he made that 2%, 3%, whatever.
Yeah, a little over 2%.
So if you want to come and learn these rules, come and join me in the Bid and Ask Nation. You get access to the Trading 101 series, which is all the rules that you need to be successful. Employed Trader series, which is 6 stocks that I update you on every single day. If you're the working person, I do the legwork for you. You get my exclusive Saturday seminars once a month, open Q&A session to the Bid and Ask, and a chat community of 950 plus people come and join us.
Well, Paul, if you're in the community, we welcome you to the new Everything Money chat right in the app. No more Discord chaos. No more the disconnecting. We're
Not
bringing
eight apps anymore. It's just one app.
one app,
Everything's there.
one ring to rule them all, Paul.
So guys, we created the software because our users wanted to be able to analyze their own stocks without having to wait for us. So we put hundreds of thousands of dollars, made the software. You get 30 years of financial data. You get access to Seth Mo and I. You get the 8-pillar analysis, the stock analyzer tool, the retirement calculator, and you get everything on this main page that is coming soon. This is all included. And if you look right here, these are all the things you get. You get everything on a mobile phone. Everything we're talking about here is ready, available on your mobile app. One app for everything. But most importantly, guys, you get our Discord, our community of, now it's off of Discord. It's right in our app. You get a community of over 6,000 people you can talk to every single day about your investment ideas. If you're like them, you felt alone having these ideas about investing that weren't reciprocated by others, but now you found the community here. And this is all available for only $1 per day. Less than a cup of coffee. If this can make you 1 or 2% or save you 1 or 2% of losses every year, it will lead to hundreds of thousands, if not millions. $1 per day, 2 ways to sign up. everythingmoney.com or Patreon. The benefit of everythingmoney.com is we're not large enough yet to charge sales tax, so you won't be charged sales tax quite yet. And look at this, guys. You get all of this. Our competitors are a lot more money and don't provide as much. $1 per day. Go sign up now.
Be careful out there, especially if you're watching YouTubers pumping up these EV companies with very little financials and make no money. Just be careful if you're an investor. And if this resonates with you, join our community and keep watching our videos. We'll be here. Fondle thumbs up. See you next video.